हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल एब्सोल्यूट विल्डरनेस। मैं उत्तराखंड में पली बड़ी हूँ, लेकिन उस टाइम पे मुझे बड़े शहर जाना, करियर बनाना, नौकरी करना, पैसे कमाने पर जोर था और इन पहाड़ों को मैंने कभी कोई अहमियत ही नहीं दी। लेकिन आज ऑलमोस्ट 2 डेकेड्स ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट ग्राइंडिंग, ये मुझे अच्छे से पता चल गया है कि मन की शांति, खुशी यहीं है। और इसलिए जब भी मौका मिलता है ना, मैं भागी चली आती हूँ नेचर की तरफ, चाहे वो नदियाँ हों, पहाड़ हों, समुद्र हो या फिर जंगल हो। आई एम श्योर आप में से बहुत लोग इस बात से रिलेट कर पाएंगे। और ऐसे ही जिम कॉर्बेट नेशनल पार्क पे घूमते घूमते मेरी मुलाकात एक ऐसे व्यक्ति से हुई जिनको भी नेचर से बहुत प्यार है। इनफैक्ट इन्होंने तो अपना एक छोटा सा आशियाना भी यहीं बना लिया है। इवन दो आई एम फ्रॉम उत्तराखंड, बट आई डोंट नो दिस प्लेस एज मच एज ही डज। इन्होंने अपना MBA इंडिया के अच्छे से इंस्टीट्यूट से किया है, मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट से, और ही इज़ वर्किंग एज अ सीनियर बैंकर। सो लेट्स हैव सम चिट चैट विद सुदीप्तो एंड नो डीपर अबाउट दिस प्लेस। ठीक है, तो ये कौन सा प्लेस है? कैन यू टेल अस?
This is Marchula and we are sitting on the banks of Ram Ganga River.
Marchula.
And there, if you see that place over there where there's a bend, so in that bend, Badangada is joining the Ram Ganga.
Okay. So this Marchula is under Jim Corbett National Park.
Yes, it is the same. There's a Durga Devi gate down there. Once you start coming from Mohan till Marchula, there's in between there's a Durga Devi gate. And Marchula forms that way. If you see, it's the buffer zone. It's not one of the core zones. But then today's time, if you see, it has become super tiger territory because there are at least around 10 odd active tigers in this area, this region, starting Mohan till Marchula and a little beyond. So there are around 10 tigers operating and numerous leopards. Day before yesterday, I was sitting on the Badangada bridge, beneath the Badangada bridge, something like this what we are doing today. And by the evening there was a leopard around. So that is the kind of place that we are sitting in, and it is absolute wilderness. It couldn't get more wild than this.
Okay, tell me one thing, why this is named Jim Corbett? Who was he?
James Edward Corbett, Colonel James Edward Corbett was the person who was one of the most eminent man-eater hunters of India, and also a beautiful, amazing writer and author of many wildlife books. Most important among them are the man-eaters of Kannauj, the man-eating leopard of Rudraprayag, and the temple tiger, jungle lore, and there are a couple of other books.
So he has saved people by hunting or killing those man-eater tigers.
There were in those days, if you we have so much of internet and so much of gadgets and gizmos today's world, but then in those days, go back to 1926, 1930, 35, that era. So that was absolute primitive. Okay, so you would have seen those ladies collecting dry sticks, wood, grass from the deep inside the jungle. So what happens in those situations is that they form very easy prey for man-eaters. So there were tigers in Mohan. Man-eater had killed something around in hundreds of numbers. Yes, he was not one of those who would randomly go and trigger happy kind of a person. No, it used to take him a huge amount of effort. For the man-eating leopard of Rudraprayag, he had spent something around 8 odd years and many futile
8 odd
attempts.
years to kill one tiger?
One leopard.
One leopard?
Yes.
He was also man-killing?
That was one of the most important victories of his.
So how do you know so much? Have you read or have you watched any
I have been reading since I was a child about Jim Corbett, about this place. And my practical experience in this field has been like I have been visiting this jungle since last around 22-23 years. So I've been visiting this place since you could travel inside for the safari by your own private vehicle.
So suppose I don't know much about Corbett, just that it's one of the national parks, tigers are found there. If I want to increase my knowledge, then would you suggest some films, some books?
Yes,
Or
definitely.
in case I plan to come, you can come with me till to this safari. How
Of
can
course,
it
of
be?
course, of course, of course. See, we can plan that well in advance, and when you're coming down, just let me know beforehand so that I make my, I can block my calendar accordingly, and then I can take you to nature walks, nature rides, different places, and I can show you the birds around. I can show you which tree is what.
So you know about birds?
Yes, I know to a certain extent, and I have been trying to upgrade my knowledge about birds.
And I could see you were reading this Salim Ali book also.
Yes, Salim Ali is like the godfather of Indian ornithology. So I am reading his book, and there are others also which I am reading. So thing is that one has to upgrade his knowledge. It doesn't come automatically.
And above all, one should have interest. So I think you have interest.
Definitely, you need to have, because for this kind of a thing, you need to really have a very strong inclination. Otherwise, this thing doesn't happen.
So maybe I will plan to visit Jim Corbett National Park and have a safari ride. After reading those books, then I'll be more able to relate.
Of course. See, I'll tell you, it's very simple. If you go watch Jurassic Park today, without reading the book Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton,
I'll not be able to relate to
you
it.
will just see a couple of dinosaurs jumping around here and there trying to eat men.
Yes.
Right? Or trying to eat those little children. That's what you will understand from the entire movie.
Yes.
However, if you actually read that book, which dinosaur is what, why was it made, what is the history behind that, what role is it playing in that entire ecosystem. So again, when we talk about ecosystem,
Yes, ecosystem. Correct.
everything, each stone, each particle, every atom
It's a part of an ecosystem which sometimes we forget.
has its own role to play. That is what we really forget. Now a plastic wrapper thrown in the midst of this place is a foreign element which is destroying the ecosystem. I'm just giving an example. There are plenty of other things which improve the ecosystem, which degrade the ecosystem. So and when we talk about Corbett, he was a conservationist. So he tried to improve the ecosystem of Corbett.
So you tell me the books written by him, I would love to read it, then plan to visit.
Foremost is the Man-Eaters of Kumaon.
The Man-Eaters of Kumaon. Okay.
Yeah. It gives you a complete and in fact you could take the omnibus also, which contains Man-Eaters of Kumaon, which contains jungle lore.
So how many books has he written?
He's written around 5-6 main books like Temple Tiger, Man-Eaters of Kumaon, Jungle Lore, Man-Eating Leopard of Rudraprayag. All couple of these books he has written. So
or can you make a summary or the gist of those? Is it possible? Because sometimes or some people may not have the time to go through the whole book. Can you prepare a summary sort of a thing which
yes,
is it possible?
that is possible. I mean, you're saying that summarizing each
Book of him.
Yeah.
How many books has he written in total?
Around 5-6 books are there. Now these come under different packages these days, like omnibus. As I said, that one omnibus volume 1 would be having 3 books in total.
Okay.
Omnibus volume 2 would be having another 3 books. That means. So yes, but it is a tedious task. I might start off that work as well.
It's okay. So thank you for sharing the knowledge.
Thanks.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.